Hey folks, welcome back to Around Our World in 80 Seconds. Today we are going to be showing you guys our finished nursery. But before we jump into the big reveal, HGTV teaches us that we need to show the before and after photos and kind of how we got to the end. So we'll start at the very beginning, which I hear is a pretty good place to start. So this panorama picture is what the room looked like before. This room has kind of gone under a lot of different changes over the last couple years. It's been a storage room as we've unpacked and moved into the house. It has been a craft room where I would do all of my crafts. And then it's kind of just turned into a storage room for whatever we didn't have space for in the rest of the house as we redid the office and things like that. And that's kind of the state you see it in this picture. So to start, we had to clean out everything out of this room, go through all of the stuff, make sure that we didn't have any trash or things that needed to get taken out. So once that was done, we were able to finally measure the room and see where everything would fit. I took, our tape measure and I measured out everything and I drew it out on my handy dandy iPad with my Apple Pencil. And as you can see here, I kind of laid out where I originally wanted everything to go. Then I started actually planning out what I wanted the room to look like. Once we found out that Reagan was a girl, we decided that we would still kind of stick with a gender-neutral palette. I'm personally a big fan of teal, but we would add some purples and some tans and some yellows. And I went to Lowe's and found a really great color palette that I absolutely loved. And so when I sat down to actually draw out what I wanted the room to look like, I really wanted the room to have this travel theme, because travel is such an important priority for Jared and I in our life, and we're really looking forward to taking Reagan on lots of different adventures to several different places around the world, hopefully. And so I wanted her nursery to reflect, her travels and all the places that she has gone and collected little souvenirs from. But obviously, I also wanted there to be a little bit of Disney flair. So that's kind of what you're going to see in a lot of the room designs. So this particular wall is the crib wall. We have the tangled banners because that's kind of been just a dream of mine, as I've always wanted to have tangled banners above whatever crib for our daughter, if we were going to have a daughter, which we know we now are going to have. And then I found a really fun Pinterest pin where they made a mobile out of Zoom, so I really wanted that. And then we have always talked about, we had these puzzles that we bought just from Walmart of some Thomas Kincaid paintings. And so we put them together and then we're like, what now? And I've always said that it would be really awesome to put them in whatever nursery we ended up having later on. So that will be on the crib wall as well. This next photo is what I originally wanted the wall adjacent to the right of the crib wall to look like. I really wanted to have a sliding barn door window cover. I wanted to have a place for books. I've been hauling around my old furniture since I was a kid, knowing someday that I wanted to refurbish it and use it in our kids' room. And so that's the big piece of furniture you see there on the left. And then above that is actually a pegboard where we can have wire baskets and signs. And basically that would be the diaper changing table, which is what you see on top of the dresser, the little white box. That would be the place where we put the diaper changing pad with all of the supplies for that. And then I found this rocker on Amazon that I absolutely fell in love with. And so I wanted a rocker with a cool industrial looking lamp to go there in that corner next to the window. And then this final picture, so I found all these amazing travel posters on Pinterest that were to actually different destinations in different fandoms. So whether it be Disney or Doctor Who or Harry Potter, I wanted to put up travel posters to these different destinations in frames, kind of showing all the different places that she's been or wants to go. So then you'll see my nightstand is next to the rocker. That's going to be a refurbishment of my old nightstand that matches the dresser. And then I wanted a bookcase to put all of her books, because Jared and I are avid readers. And then at the top there, you'll see kind of just a brown bar rectangle at that point. That's actually a long shelf that I wanted to put just a bunch of knickknacks, and I have a bunch of like little toys that I used to have from being a kid. I fondly remember all these little Toy Story McDonald's characters that my mom actually used to have on her desk at work that I used to play with all the time. And little knickknacks like that I've had throughout the years that I wanted to put in her room for that Disney flair. So that is the original design for the nursery. All right, folks. Work has officially begun. Knock, knock.
Yeah.
How goes it? This is a much smaller room than the desk or the office area, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're scraping out the popcorn, and the fan will come down soon, and then we'll get painting. How's the painting going, love?
Okay.
You had to break open the new can of paint
Yep.
for that little tiny section up there.
Yep.
It's Murphy's Law. At least we had an extra can.
Yeah.
You didn't have to run.
Well, this
the
is
road.
the can we just bought, so
I know, but then you didn't have to run it up to Lowe's at 9 o'clock at night.
nope. We'll have enough to do half of a room on whatever room we do next.
Our dog is very, very frightened of the current weather conditions outside. Hey Jared, how's it going? All the paint is done. All the paints. The fan is working really well. I'm loving this color. And the trim looks great. And this is our view from the window. Even though our neighbors decide that they're not going to mow next to their house, which I always find entertaining. Our fancy schmancy remote. Right, Jared, what are we about to tackle? Le crib!
MTV Cribs.
So we've made a Lowe's trip. Surprise! Would you like to tell the lovely folks what we're making now?
We're making a framed pegboard.
To hold signs and diapers and stuff. Woo-hoo.
So now I'm going to strip these boards down so that they're half of that width, so they can sit behind the pegboard, hold the pegboard off the wall, so the pegs actually work.
From there, it was mostly about putting all of the details together. putting together the rocker, putting together all of the travel posters, finding all of the little knickknacks that we wanted to put in all of the different places around the room. And now it's time to reveal. Ta-da! Our finished nursery. Here are the puzzles that we wanted to frame. We've got this cute little travel suitcase with our puppies, and you'll recognize this from our Wimberley trip. Jared refinished my old dresser and added new knobs. Here's the Zoom Zoom mobile that I wanted to make based off of that Pinterest idea. Very cute in my opinion. Here's the Tangled banners with her initials on the wall. We ordered all of her fabrics from an Etsy store called Ivy Baby. I'll have a link in the description below. Here's all of her stuffed animals. We made this little Snoopy keepsake box for her. And of course all of her books in a bookcase that one of our friends gave us. Here's my little rocking chair corner with my cute R2-D2 pillow from Pottery Barn and the little Tigger that I made her. As promised, all the knickknacks that I told y'all about at the beginning of the video. This is Jared and I's first Disney ears on right and left with her Disney ears in the middle. And my retro test track set. The pegboard all finished. We found this at Hobby Lobby. Jared made this diaper changing caddy. I have all of her newborn clothes in here, several of which I sewed myself. Her closet is more organized than mine is, with all of her cute hair bows all hanging ready to go, and all of her clothes sorted by age.
We hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked anything that you saw in the video, you can check in the description below for the links down there.
All we need is a baby in there.